Good evening, everyone. This is Rodney with the Triton Wave Market Outlook for Wednesday, October 12th, 2016. And this is brought to you by Triton Wave Consulting. All right, if you remember in last night's video on the ES, I had drawn this triangle from the pole back in from 9/9/16 and told you that it was zigzagging back and forth, and there are lots of plays on smaller time frame charts that you can make. And as long as this held, and last night it was slightly above it when I did this video, it fell in below it, and then it came right up to it and was down as much as 32 points today. And now it's on its way back up a little bit. It's up 250. It's now 7:41 Central Time. So, in all likelihood, there'll probably be an attempt to come back up to the bottom of this triangle, or even better yet, a temporary target of the 55 EMA, which puts it at 2148. So somewhere in this area right here. So that would be ideal. Let's look and see what happened with the 21-minute tick chart. This is the reason why I didn't like it, was because this has been below zero since August 11th, and it still is. Everything looks down. So we can even make this a 233 tick chart. Is what I also look at. Let me let that populate a little bit. Make it a little bit bigger. Okay, so the 233 tick charts it's all below zero. This is starting to show a little bit above. I did get a little bit of a buy signal in here, or at least cover the shorts right in here. So we'll take a look at that on a smaller time frame chart. And also, one of the key indicators is, even on the very small time chart on the 233 tick, when this is the 21 period moving average on the EMA, exponential moving average, on the tick on the 233. So on 233 tick chart, so when this gets down around minus 500, like it is here, here, or here, very, very good chance that it's going to pop back up again, even to cover even some short covering. So you noticed this was on 10:10, so that would be Monday at 10:30 in the morning. I stuck a little arrow up here in the 377. It looked like a sell signal on wave 1 on 377 tick, and then the second set of waves came in, so I just let this ride. This was a full-on. Started covering a little bit here when this went above zero, came back in here. Now, when it goes above zero, comes back up, and then goes back up again, that's a buy. So I had a buy right in here, right about at 13:58. So 1:58 p.m. at about 21:26, and right now it's 21:36. So a little bit better chart to look at that is the 144, which is 2 steps slower, and this is about where the arrow came in, and you can see this is a little bit later, like around 226, about the same thing, 226. So you notice it's a mix of the short and small waves, but that's what I'm looking at. So let's see where this is, where this could potentially go. Let me bring in another chart here. Let me bring in a 610 a little bit longer, and that looks potentially like it could come up to 2146, another 10 points. I would not be surprised to see it another 10 points, but I still like it overall. To the downside, I think you have to pick your spots when to get in on the downside. Okay, big picture on the 30-year bonds. You've heard my story at least a dozen times. came down here, we found support here, rode it back up to here, and now it's just gone sideways. Took a really big hit this last week and on Friday, kind of sideways to down. We got the second wave and third wave. The first two waves of wave 2 are creeping below zero. I still like 161.15 as a target, but let's look at it smaller time frame charts because there's a lot going on in between there that you can trade. So while the daily is zigzagging back and forth, you know, like these moves down here, you can see on, I'm going to move this over so you can see that all these wave patterns that are coming in here for a buy, these are all worth like, let me see, 165 to 169. Wow, that was 4 points. But it was over a course of like 5 or 6 days. But you can see it when it moves up here. So this is a smoother wave pattern of what's going on for in the 21, and you can see that on the daily you can't tell that this is going to happen, but on a smaller time frame chart like the 21, you can see that this is starting to creep up above zero. Even though it's down 5 ticks on the day, this may have just enough short covering juice to make it up to 165.10 and maybe a little bit more. But let's take it to an even smaller time frame chart. So on the 21-minute tick chart on the 30-year bonds, this is Tuesday here. This is Monday, and this goes back to Sunday night, Monday, right in here. So there was not a lot of activity, but Tuesday there was a whole bunch of activity. And we made note that while I was doing the video Sunday night, I noticed this happen, and that was good for about a point and 1 full point plus 10 ticks, and then the rebound here. And I'm looking at this. This had a push. Just looking at the second wave. Actually, let's just get rid of that first wave there. All right, that's more clear. We had a rebound right in here at 9 o'clock this morning from 163.25 up to when that crossed over at 164. So about 3/4 of a point. That's all I have for tonight. I will update you again soon. I wish you great trading and have a good evening. These, whoops, let me see. Ba-bam. Okay, so you can contact me if you're interested in some consultation work, Rodney at TritonWaveGuy.com, and you can follow me on LinkedIn and Twitter. Good night for now.